Tonight, the U.S. Supreme Court diving back into the battle over reproductive rights, unanimously rejecting an effort to roll back access to the most commonly used abortion pill in the country, a medication many doctors say they use every day.
I was relieved because mifepristone is such a commonly used and critical medication.
The fight over mifepristone rose to a fever pitch more than a year ago when a group of anti-abortion advocates and doctors filed suit saying the FDA didn't do enough to evaluate the drug's safety risks. The Biden administration pointing out it was approved by the FDA as safe and effective more than 20 years ago. The justices today taking no position on all that, instead finding the plaintiffs who don't prescribe or use mifepristone don't have the legal right or standing to sue. Justice Kavanaugh writing the plaintiffs want to make mifepristone more difficult for other doctors to prescribe and for pregnant women to obtain. But the desire to make the drug less available for others does not establish standing. Lawyers for those plaintiffs disappointed but not deterred.
We were hoping for a different ruling from the Supreme Court, and that means that we still have work to do.
Had the High Court not stepped in, access to the pill would have been limited significantly, a possibility brought into even sharper focus now that the justices have eliminated the constitutional right to an abortion, and southern states have mostly banned the procedure, prompting more women to turn to medication abortion they can receive in the mail.
If the court had restricted mifepristone back to the early days of approval, where you needed to go in person, that would have been a disaster.
This as Democrats try to leverage the current landscape ahead of the November election, forcing a vote today to protect in vitro fertilization. Senator Tammy Duckworth had 2 children with the help of IVF.
My miscarriage more painful than any wound I ever earned on the battlefield. Every woman deserves to be able to be called mama without being called a criminal.
Just 2 Republicans voting in favor of the bill that would prohibit states from imposing restrictions on IVF after Alabama's highest court caused a nationwide uproar, concluding frozen embryos have the same rights as children, causing IVF clinics to temporarily shut down out of fear of lawsuits. Many in the GOP saying they support IVF, but today saying a bill to protect it is overkill.
There is no state in the United States of America that prohibits a woman from growing her family through IVF.
And Laura, we're still waiting for another ruling from the court on reproductive rights.
Yes, Lester, there's a major decision still left to come here on whether hospitals have to provide emergency care, even if it means performing an abortion in states with near total bans. A decision on that expected by the end of this month, Lester.
All right, Laura Jarrett, thank you. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.